But the Romans called it Egypt, Libya by the Romans, Africa was roughly the area that is Tunisia, and then the rest was just in Latin.
But the British, French, German, Italian,
Yeah, but not as well as the Romans.
violently through genocide
Aye.
for hundreds of years.
Well, not as long as the Romans.
No, let's not add the risk. There's
But
no.
Africa in Roman times was just the coast of what is Tunisia.
How many African countries speak Romanian?
Well, exactly.
That's the point
The
I'm
Catholic
making.
Church has done more damage to Black Africa. Unbelievable damage, yes.
I think
Robert Mugabe was a Catholic. Complete fruitcake.
I'm struggling to have a well-informed, intelligent conversation.
And actually, Africans have only just given up dictatorships. From the colonial period, when Ghana was the first country to get colonial independence in 1962, even the nice Kenneth Kaunda,
You're factually
Zambia
correct.
admitted that he was the dictator. Africans are realizing dictatorships do not work.
No, Egypt was the first country in Africa.
No.
No, it's a fact. Just someone Google. So
The Egyptians
Egypt-
sold the country to our British Empire.
It was the
You know
first-
that? In 1888, the Egyptian ruling class sold Egypt to our empire builders. We didn't need to take Egypt, we bought it. The Egyptians gave it to us. There was no bloodshed in 1880. Napoleon tried it in 1815 and committed genocide on behalf of the Roman Catholic Church in Palestine, which is being documented as genocide and ethnic cleansing by the Catholics of France. But our ancestors in the British Empire were simply offered Egypt because they saw that we were better rulers than the French.
Was offered by who?
Whoever was the Egyptian.
So there was no
Mahdi.
military, there was no
But
military.
you also had in Sudan, you had an Arab fella who claimed he was the divine revelation of Allah. That's what the Lawrence Arabia thing was about. Yeah, he was a bastard, but he was our bastard. But you had the division of Islam in North Africa, Egypt, Sudan, Libya, after Muhammad, between Sunni and Shia, mainly, and all the splits of Islam, whether they're Salafists or Wahhabi.
So does the phrase,
So the empire did good by keeping them in line.
the sun never set on the British Empire?
Yeah, well-
Does it have any sense at all? Does it make any sense to you?
I don't think it did. We just passed the warmongering to the Americans. Let them go into the Middle East and fuck it up.
So basically, you're just in complete denial of historical facts.
No, the British Empire was a good empire. We left cricket, India, Pakistan, South Africa.
So you commit genocide, looting, and then you live.
Blacks are killing blacks all the time in Africa. What planet are you on? Black kills black all the time. South Africa, Sudan, Egypt, Chad.
Well, that's a simple.
It's a fact.
No, we're talking about.
You can't live in peace. You kill your own brothers.
Why is that?
Good question.
Because they don't know that democracy is better than a dictatorship. Mobutu killed thousands in the Congo in the 90s. Hundreds of thousands of Congolese were murdered by Mobutu's regime.
And who was behind that?
You idiots fight and kill each other.
No, have you heard of Patrice Lumumba?
You idiots fight and kill each other.
Listen.
Now the Chinese are your new imperialists.
Mr. Sticker,
Black man is so fucking dumb,
who are the
so
idiots?
stupid. You know, Africa's got all the wealth, but as soon as we give up our empire, and the French, and the Belgians, and the Portuguese,
Oh, the Belgians
then
that
you
killed
start
10
fighting
million.
each other.
The Belgians that killed 10 million Congolese.
That was unbelievable. It's true. Catholic.
You don't see anything wrong with
Catholic.
that.
Of course I do. But stop living in the past.
No.
You have the highest levels of poverty, the highest levels of child infant mortality
Why
in the
is
heart
that?
of Black
Why is
Africa.
that?
Because you're stupid, dumb Africans. And you know it.
Are you sure?
Are you okay? Did you take any medication?
I follow Donald Trump and America. The man is good. And he's telling Black America, vote Trump. And he's right. He's right. Aye. Saudi Arabia is part of our Western Empire. Blessings on King Abdullah. It is. America sells loads of guns, tanks, missiles and aircraft to the Kingdom of Saudi. Saudis love Donald Trump. We went there a few years ago when he was president. They're all dancing away, and there he was, Donald Trump, arming the Kingdom of Saudi against Iran. Maybe necessary.
Are Saudi not Wahhabis?
Well, they are Wahhabis, but there are Wahhabis. when we passed through Arabia, which our legions did, we saw nothing to take. We walked past Mecca and Medina, and all these Arabs were just bowing on the ground, saying Allah Akbar. All we found was camels and donkeys shitting and pissing on the sun. There was nothing for us to take. And we went to Nubia where we met the black man, and we respected the black man. He fights for his country. So we enrolled them into our army. Maximus, did you see the film Gladiator? Septimus Severus was brown. Scipio Africanus was a black man like you, one of the greatest generals in the Roman army. No. There was no racism in ancient Rome. We called these people like people with faces like the midnight sky.
Which people? These? Which one? Which people? These
You.
people?
We find you
And they're
interesting.
all the same and look
We
the same.
won't kill you, but we want to conquer you, take your country, and then you'll fight for us against those wild people from Northern Europe. Yes, it is a good policy. It's the best policy. If you can't beat us, join us. It's the best policy. And you know it is.
No, I don't. It's just a futile exercise.
No, it isn't.
Having a discussion with
Killing and war are big business. Do you know we get the word salary from the Roman Empire? Because Roman soldiers were given a pouch of salt. When they conquered into a new land and killed an animal for food, to keep the animal fresh, especially in a hotter climate like North Africa or Southern Europe or Spain or Portugal, or the Balkans or Palestine, put some salt on the meat and it will last longer. It's where we get the word salary from. Money. The Romans paid their soldiers with salt so they could march on a full stomach
and where
to
does
conquer.
Where does the word racist like you come from?
I'm not a racist.
No, you are.
You're the racist.
Everything you say.
You blacks the racist. You're living in a white country.
You make
You
my
are
point.
racist.
You make
You're
my
obsessed
point.
with race.
No, you-
We will colonize you and kill you again with Donald Trump.
I like it, Trump. I like it, Trump.
I have black friends and I see them as friends.
Trump is
Honestly, the black man is so fucked up. You are. You're not black. You're stupid.
What else? Keep talking.
talk about.
There were dark-skinned people that served in our British Empire. Kenya, Uganda, Pakistan, in both world wars.
Talk about.
And do you know, during the First World War, when Churchill was alive, as a young man, probably in South Africa at the time as a journalist, our ancestors taking the great Indian conquest, which was a brilliant achievement, 55,000 of our soldiers controlled the whole continent of India, Muslim and Hindu. And when our ships sailed up the Persian Gulf to take on the Turks
just
in
1 hour
1917, we had to separate the Muslim Indians from the Hindu Indians because we thought they'd start fighting each other, which they probably would.
Wait. So is it hate, stupidity, or alcohol? Talking. I'm trying to understand what's going
Good
on.
wine from Spain.
You finish just now.
Yeah.
You finish it.
Good wine from España.
It all makes sense now.
Romans fight with wine. Then the sword.
That is why they lose the war.
No,
They lose the war,
the Romans
Roman.
were clever.
No.
When we lost a war, we retreated. Not like the Americans.
Yeah.
We spent 10 years planning the destruction of Carthage after Hannibal. We conquered Sicily, which is only a short distance from that corner of North Africa, and we levelled the whole of the Carthaginian Empire. We destroyed it. 10 years
Why
plan.
you lose all the war?
It's when we became Christian we got wrong.
That is
Bloody
why,
traitor.
That's
Constantine
true,
in the 4th century creating
Why?
this turn the other cheek religion.
Excuse me, why the Roman?
Would you turn the other cheek if I stabbed you now? You'd fight and die for Donald Trump.
Why Romans they have a soldier? They have many like a woman.
No, because you're in a hot country, you want to stay cool.
No, they all
Italy's in the
over-
Mediterranean.
Because-
You don't wear jeans or
No, because that's
practical.
Because that's why they lose
You're an
the
Arab.
war.
You're the enemy of Rome.
Where are the Romans now? Where are the Romans now?
Why don't
We're
they
here.
go around
I'm
the
here.
Why don't
My
they
name
go
is Nicholas Maximus Germanicus, commander of the legions from Leicester, loyal follower of the true emperor Donald J. Trump and a Labour government. Sir Keir Starmer.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yes.
I say she's run this country.
And who are you going to be next week? You are a great entertainer.
Thank you, man. Thank you very
You
much.
should go easy on that stuff.
He sees it, you see. The Romans knew how to run the empire. Bread and circuses. Make you happy. Enjoy. We'll get on with conquering maybe Iran. I don't want to see it. The Iranians are squaring up for a real war. Yeah, and their enemy is actually the Arabs. Historically, Iranians have had more wars going back to Roman times
Where's Turkey
against
gonna get
Arabs, not Israel.
When's Turkey going to get involved? They've got proper weapons.
Yeah, I like Turks. They're right to go to Israel. Quite right.
Come on, Turkey. Get in
We
there.
called it Palestine.
Right.
Yeah.
Who? What do you mean by we?
Romans, Palestine. Actually, the Greeks knew the Palestinians existed in Greek times. This is at the tail end of the Old Testament. And the whole area of the eastern Mediterranean coastline, Turkey, Lebanon, Israel, round to Gaza and Egypt, was all known as Palestine in Roman times. So when these born-again Christians say there's no such place as Palestine, they are ignorant. Very, very ignorant. Israel is actually Egypt. Yeah, Israel is pagan. Is ISIS,
Oh, I see.
the god of Egypt. Ra is Ammon-Ra, the male god of Egypt. And El, not by coincidence, is the generic term for Allah God in Arabic. It's quite possible that some Arabs, not mentioned in the Old Testament, lived in Egypt. But most of them do originate from Arabia. That's why it's called Arab, Arabia. They spread out as nomads. An Arab who knows his country and his culture knows they could not read or write until Muhammad for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. But they know it. So you're learning from our empire and the Roman Empire.
No,
It's a nice blue shirt you've got on there. Nice colour.
I'm just trying to think, whether you're on medication or you need, attention.
I'm very well
Are you okay?
and I'm very happy.
Yeah. That's much
The
better.
Roman Empire was on pagan. You can have any god you like. It's like our country. Hindu, Muslim, Jew, Christian, Baptist, atheist, Jain. Do you know the Jains are still a religion in India? They were well known in Roman times. They believed the highest calling for a man was to commit suicide. And there's a cult,
Have you
there's a sect
considered-
in India
have you
known as the
considered that?
Jains. We don't like Krishna or Allah. I want to die now. But it's still a religion.
Is that something?
One of the ancient religions of the world.
Is that something you
Well,
consider?
India's an incredible country. It's almost the seat of human civilization. It really is. It's incredible. Sikhs, Buddhists, Hindus, Muslims, and others. That's why we go on well with Indians. We gave them cricket. They beat us last time. I don't like that.
You mean you stole the gold?
No, we
And left
didn't. Mate.
cricket?
You're
And
such a
massacred
loser.
No, it's a
You
fact.
can't keep your own gold. We'll take it. It's called South Africa.
Is that right?
South Africa was created by white Afrikaners who were immigrants in the 17th century who went like that to the Roman Church from the Netherlands, which was actually part of the Spanish Empire in the Middle Ages. I like the Dutch.
You need to take off this dress.
I like the window shopping.
Yes.
I want to fight the Saxons. Come on.
No, I'm not a Saxon. We English are mixed.
The Arab
I'm a
warrior
Roman.
against the Saxons. Come on.
Italian English.
I'm the
Roman.
camel. Bring my camel.
Loyal
Let's go.
follower of the true Emperor of the United
Come
States
here,
of
madam. Come
America,
here, madam.
Donald J. Trump.
The Saxons against the Arabs.
Make America Indian again.
Saxons would beat the Arabs. Arabs are rubbish at fighting, except
Come on,
themselves.
you take my
They
oil.
fight themselves, Iraq, Syria,
You drink my oil
Lebanon.
every day.
Try to ask.
Stop drinking my oil. As a wine.
Any questions on the success of our empire?
Which empire?
The British Roman Empire, which you're
They
living
lost the
in.
war.
The British Roman Empire.
Danes took you.
We copied the Romans.
Where's the Danes? The Danes came here and got nothing.
Yeah, they're all right. Vikings.
The Vikings.
Asians are taking over England.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
Well, we'll reconquer India.
Man, Prime Minister.
Scotland.
Where's the Saxons?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good man.
Ireland.
You know when the Danes took London? What
Well,
are
they're
you?
Viking warriors.
Yeah, what are they?
Well, they're hardcore
Where's the
Vikings.
king?
You don't
Where's the
mess
king
with the
Alpha?
Vikings of Denmark.
Where's your
We'd
king?
long left the
Where is your
European
king?
stage.
Get out of the way.
When the Vikings ruled much
You
of
have to
Western
struck a
European
deal. Come
coastline,
back. London has to come
they
back.
sailed across to what is Canada.
Yeah.
They named
Danes are
Greenland
warriors.
green because it was green. But they died out. They couldn't
The
cope.
problem is the Danes don't have religion.
And Iceland has like 99% of the last pure Viking stock. Iceland,
You have to be a believer.
right up in the North Atlantic. But we Romans, in Gladiator, you see some Vikings fighting our legions in the field with the horn. That horn is made up. They never wore horns. If I'm going to fight you, why do I have a horn on my head? A sword, or a bow and arrow, or a shield. I wouldn't headbutt you with a hook. It's for tourism. The Vikings, it just looks good. But they never wore horn helmets. Why have a horn helmet? It's a waste of time making it. We Romans knew how to conquer. And we named Africa the northern coast of what is today Tunisia. That was Africa in Roman times.
Go back to Romania.
That was Dacia.
Yeah, you
that's
conquered
on the
there.
border of Ukraine. And they're Roma people, they're Latin. Romania, Roma people from Rome. They're part of the old Roman Empire, they're not Slav. And they are. Dacia was actually a bit north of where Romania is today. It was a troubled part of the empire. We fought and lost and fought and lost. So we had
Wiped out their
to build a
civilization.
boundary between White Russia and part of White Ukraine for the Roman Empire in East and South Europe. Dacia.
That's the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very nice. The Logan.
But the empire is gone now. So,
Really? You're living in it.
no, the Roman
Your
Empire.
bourgeois hat proves you're living in it.
No, this is an African hat.
No, it isn't.
From Panama. It's not from, Europe.
Panama's not in Africa, it's in Central America, you dumb boy.
No, it's within the same culture.
No, it isn't.
It used to be a Saxon.
It used to be a terrorist, I reckon.
But the Roman Empire is gone. So
No,
you're
it
living in
isn't
the
gone.
past.
Look at the American Express.
Terrorism, that's Israel.
Hasn't someone got an American Express? This is a Roman senator on the cover of the card. America is the Roman Empire. They have a Senate. It's democratic, but it's Roman.
So is the new Roman called Donald J. Trump?
Yeah, I like Trump. Down with Biden. He's
He's a
useless.
madman.
Grab that
Down.
pussy,
No,
pussy.
he's not.
He's a
Policy.
madman.
You know he's got
a
loads of that.
madman.
All those wannabe girls, they're liars.
You know where he
Gold
wants to grab
diggers.
them?
Gold
You know
diggers.
where he wants to grab them? The
you know he's
girls.
going-
But we'll see in November.
He's going to prison, you know that. Trump.
Why the Welsh
There'll be a
didn't,
breakout.
why the Welsh didn't struck a
Is
deal
this-
with the Saxons?
Why?
Why the Welsh
Welsh, yeah.
they didn't struck a deal?
Too far apart.
Yeah, but the King of Wales back in
I
the
know
time.
the Danes ruled the eastern part of our country, but Wales in those times was like 400 miles away. It's too far.
You know when the Saxons fight, the Welsh and the Irish, they never come and fight with,
No.
with the Saxons. Why?
Because the island of Ireland is even further
No,
west.
but have this.
They wouldn't know. They wouldn't have
No,
met.
no.
They would not have met.
You know when the Danes came
Yes.
back in the time, because I watched a movie about
Yeah.
this.
Dango. King
Yeah.
Canute.
Yeah, King Canute, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know every episode.
Yeah, it's probably a good watch.
Yeah, but Trump is going to prison.
He's not
He
guilty.
is, he is guilty.
He's right. It's a conspiracy by Democrats against him.
No, it's in
It
the court
is.
of law. There's
Hello.
That's why he's running for election.
His,
You look
his
very
own
pretty.
actions have put him in there.
Nice.
I'm a Roman.
You're not a Roman.
I come from a long time ago.
Stand from the children.
Long time ago. When we
Don't
ruled the
scare the kids.
Mediterranean. From this country to North Africa to Palestine. And we did rule.
Still do.
You didn't conquer Afghanistan.
Hey?
You didn't take over
She
Afghanistan.
says we
Yes.
can't get rid of you. How can you?
A lot of black Africans were in Roman legions. It's not portrayed in Hollywood, but there were Scipio Africanus in Gladiator.
No, I know.
And Septimus Severus looked like you.
I was going to say.
Well, yeah. Well, you know, browner skin, right? And he started the persecution of Christians. He was one of our best. He started throwing them into the lions in Rome. Put the buggers in there. Let's see if Jesus saves them against those lions from Africa. Yeah.
Do you know something about the recent history? Tell us about COVID-19. Where did it go? Suddenly, COVID-19 went just into the failure. COVID-19.
COVID. Oh, that was all hoax. Exaggerated by the media. I have friends who got it. You just lost your taste for a week or
No,
something.
how did it disappear if it wasn't even money?
It's just a little mild bug. But it did come from China.
Chinese
That's right. Chinese have a weapons program of chemical warfare, and it escaped. Either a Chinaman lost his cool and it came out of a petri dish. They tried to keep it quiet. Yeah.
Maybe you got sloppy.
Yeah,
Because some of
exactly,
them Chinese,
exactly.
Some of them labs are not quality.
Exactly.
They're very sloppy.
And a little plastic petri dish can crack, and then the bacteria, the virus gets out, and then 6 months later,
Trump tried to warn us about it as well. He did say it came from China.
well, it really messed up Donald Trump's office, but Trump will be back.
It's going down.
No way.
It's going down.
If I was American, I'd vote Trump. Black Americans are turning to Trump. Quite right. Democrats have done nothing for black America for 100 years. Apart from FDR in the 30s, who was a good Democrat. Kennedy got killed, so he couldn't really do much for the black Americans. So they're turning Republican.
Look what Biden's done.
Abraham Lincoln was a Republican.
Look how long he's been in government,
Yeah.
right? And look what he's done to black Americans. You're joking.
Yeah.
Biden's terrible. Biden's terrible.
And there are black Americans that do well. There's a black middle class in Atlanta that live very well. I've always liked Mike Tyson when I was a young lad.
Is that the
Yeah.
example of...
I like Iron Mike. Don't mess with